Good day all. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metals market wrap-up for this Wednesday, and we're at the 17th of April, 2019, just after 4:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So tomorrow morning at about 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the Mueller report will be released. There'll be fireworks on that and a lot of economic data. It is an abbreviated trading day in many markets. So the foreign exchange markets probably close a bit early, the interest rate sector. Most of the other markets go their normal time, but believe me, the morning will be where the volume is. It's going to die off as traders take off for their Good Friday holiday. Then Sunday night, of course, it's Easter, but the trading gradually picks up, and come Monday, things are more or less getting on to the summer season of trading. So see where we go with all that. But as you look right now, down day in the Dow, in the S&P, and in the Russell. Now, it's interesting. I was on BNN in Canada today, and the host, a good friend, everybody's bullish. And I brought up the tone. You got to remember that selling may go away in some of these markets, and you've also got to remember nothing grows to the sky. And after an 18-week monster run, the question is, where are you? The problem for the gold market has been lack of inflation, and you even saw today a back off in the Brent and the WTI crude. On a closing basis, we're down $18.50 for the week. This is the lowest close since the market was at $13.29.20. And admittedly, this is a weekly chart. I don't know where the week's going to end up. I don't pretend I am. But it is the lowest that this market's been in quite a while. And you see that on the futures on the daily bar chart, how the market is broken out to the downside. And when you put on the swing line, you've got the lower highs, lower lows. That is bearish. When we look at what moving averages are doing, I brought up yesterday, and I'm going to keep bringing it up. You have the possibility of taking now the 18-day and getting it under the 100-day average of closes. They're not that far away. That would be a bearish crossover. Let's assume that it doesn't, or I think it's going to, but let's assume it doesn't. On any rally, that's still a pretty strong resistance point. That's another way to look at it, from the 1297 to the 1300 range. As for downside targets, you hit the lower Bollinger Band yesterday. You didn't quite get to it today. You don't have to. You've already been there, and the market is oversold. Could you get short covering in front of the holiday weekend? Of course you could. But does that change the picture of the chart? Frankly, unless you were to get way up here over that 1299.50 level, no, I don't think it does. When we come to GLD, the popular ETF, it, like the futures, lower highs, lower lows. Yesterday, it hit its lower Bollinger Band, and often that's the first area the market tries to hold, and that's still what's going on. You were down another 23 cents today, not very much. You are oversold. And joining the parade, unlike yesterday, this is how GDX looked. We talked that the market might, if it continues down, make it to the lower Bollinger Band, the 100-day average. You tell me what the market did. Made it to those numbers. It looks so easy on the charts. Try doing it. I think you understand what I'm saying, but that's why I put out my morning subscriber video. The idea there is to give you ideas about trading. Now, when we look at the gold-silver ratio, and this is June gold versus May silver, those are still the two popular months to be doing this on, you've got a breakdown of something recent here. That means that the base metals might be gathering more momentum than the gold. Certainly the copper today liked what it heard about the potential that April 29th and May 5th there are going to be more meetings, and that the Trump administration is talking about a wrap-up of these negotiations with China in May. So that could be very interesting. As for the silver market, it tried a rally today, did not take out a previous high. It's in very oversold territory. Can it go down and re-challenge the Bollinger Band? Sure, the trend's still down, but it's oversold. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of willing sellers in an oversold condition. In the copper market, as we heard more good news about the U.S. trade deal, this is how you looked yesterday. Here's your Bollinger Band. You went up today, got over it, and pulled right back under it. But it's still a 3.5-cent gain on the day. Momentum up, trend up in this market. You've hit an upper target. You know what the market has really done is it stayed within these bands for almost the whole month of April so far. In the platinum market, platinum has still got one of these pairs, if you will, that don't agree with each other. What do I mean by that? You've got the lower highs, lower lows. That's bearish. You've refused, or the market has refused, to close under the 18-day average of closes, so the bias stays up, and momentum, which was overbought, has worked itself away from that condition. This is a market that's trying to make a stand against this 18-day average of closes. Let's get right here now in the palladium market. We had been talking that instead of the Bollinger Band being the support, the 100-day average was showing itself to be that. If you got over this high of 373 and a fraction, what could happen is the market could make a run for the 18-day average, but more important, step out of its downtrend. And it's exactly what occurred today. The market is now out of the downtrend, not in an uptrend. You have a higher high, lower low. You fought at this 100-day average. It won the day, and the momentum has turned up. Now the market's got to rebuild, as I call it. In the dollar index, while the market finished up, the last trades of the day, and that's what I always look at as much as anything, was actually lower. But because you have an outside day today, we got to call it an outside day up. That puts higher lows, higher highs, and the settlement price over the 18-day average. So going home, the market is what? The market's got the bias up. It's over the 18-day average. The swing line's up. If today's low, and that low was 96.46 is taken out, I would look then for price and the 18-day average to attempt to rush at each other. There's divergence in the chart because momentum, as measured by the slow stochastic oscillator, is pulling down. Now, one of the things you heard me talk about is what I do in the morning. And I've made it now a habit at about 6:20 in the morning, that's Central Daylight Time. I'm up. I'm already up before then, and I've read what the day's events are. I've watched already financial TV, and I put together a video. It looks just like this that you're seeing behind me. I'm not in it. It's of my screen. I review moving averages, the stochastics, Bollinger Bands, more studies than you see here because I've got window envelopes on there as well. And in this exact order, each morning, I go through 45 charts. On those charts, I'll do some ETFs, I'll do the futures markets, obviously. I'll even throw out some option ideas like I've been talking in the hog market recently. I'm going to tell you the chart action I'm seeing, what I think you should do with it, because that's what I think the pros are going to do with it. I will go on the technical and fundamental to show you why I'm saying what I am, and I will throw out the trade ideas at you. So the idea here is that as the day gets going, you've got something to look at from somebody that, if you're watching these videos, I'm assuming you respect some of the work that I do. Not all of it, obviously, but some. How do you get involved in it? It's really inexpensive and simple. It runs about 26 cents a day. I didn't misspeak. For the first 30 days, it's $7.95, and it's 30 days at a time, not a month at a time, anything like that. At any time, you can call us and we can convert to a yearly subscription that's $156, or you can go at the end of the 30 days into another 30-day subscription that's $15. You can also quit at any time that you want. So if you're interested and you think this might make sense because it gives you an idea, you're looking for something, you've been looking before you went to bed, and what is he saying? Here's how you do it. You can either call my staff, they'll help you, or go to our website under the word education or research, Ira's morning subscriber video. Click on it, explains how it all works. You'll be signed up and away you go. I'm Ira Epstein. Have great holidays. I will be here tomorrow doing another set of recordings. And of course then, like everybody else, I'm going for the holiday weekend. You have a